Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. For those of you that have been following my videos lately, you'll probably remember that I've got this Ducato based motorhome and I'm converting it for full-time off-grid living. I plan to actually do this full-time venture in about 18 months time. In the meanwhile, I'm upgrading it and I've added a lot of substantial features to give this off-grid living ability. But what happens if the vehicle gets stolen? Essentially, I'm homeless. So in the next couple of videos I'm going to be showing you the various security measures that I've put on this van that will A, stop anyone breaking into it, B, stopping them driving it away, and C, tracking them down if they get past the first two measures. So let's get started with part one. Now the point of least resistance on any vehicle is a door, and on these you've only got one lock, and I'm pretty damn sure that a thief is going to know how to use a screwdriver and somehow jemmy or whack the lock to make it open, and then once it's open, obviously it's in and bye bye your home. So I think the first and most serious point of call is to stop anyone getting into the van in the first place. Now I've come inside and I've laid out all the components of what I'm going to use to secure the doors. I've brought a pair, near side and offside, of vehicle door deadlocks. Now these are by no means cheap, but I suppose you get what you pay for, and they're by far better than having the van nicked. £178.98 altogether. That's including VAT and delivery. They took 2 days to arrive, and I've got them from a firm called Locks for Vans. They seem pretty comprehensive, and you get the deadlock, a barrel. Because I ordered a pair, I got 3 keys, and you get a keep plate, some rivets, a shroud to go over the key lock, and instructions which are quite good by the looks of it. They give you all dimensions relative to your vehicle, so if you go on their site, search for your vehicle and it will tell you exactly what you need. So that's the plan of attack, and now it's a case of fitting these into the 2 doors. My particular van, which is a Ducato, you measure down 600mm from the top of the door. With that line marked, the instructions say to come down 103mm. And what that does, that gives you the total cutout length for the body of the lock. Now this might be the only specialist bit of tool you have to get, although as long as you can set something to give you 25mm, because you've got to mark from the outside of the door to the inside piece here, and that's set by the instructions. So that's the inner bit of the body, Now you've got to mark the outside, and they say 16mm on the instructions. Finally, just basically it's a case of joining the dots. So that cutout size is now in the right place. If I offer the body up, you can see it fits. If I turn it round and get it approximately right, you see it's not going to go over the roll of the door, and it's going to sit flat top and bottom. So I'm ready to cut the hole out now, but before I do that, I've checked and double checked again all these dimensions to make sure that they're spot on to the drawing and the dimensions that they gave me. So now I'm fairly confident that's the correct place to fit the lock, so let's get started. So after about half an hour or so of filing away at all the high spots, I've eventually got it down to the guidelines, and the lock fits in quite nicely in position, and it is the correct distance from the outside of the door. So the next stage is going to be to mark the keyhole opening. Now on the drawing they give you, it says 54mm from the side of the door. Doesn't actually give any dimensions for this measurement on the drawing, which is a bit of a pain, so you've got to do it by eye really, and transfer that to the other side of the door, because all you need really is to have a set dimension from this 600 down line to there, and you know where you are. At least it'll be spot on. The cover for the lock has got a fair bit of meat either side of it, so if you are slightly out, it's going to cover it anyway. The size of hole that's needed to fit the barrel through is, well, the barrel is 12mm, so a little bit over. And the bottom bit, that's 10mm, so I think if I use the 10mm step drill to get this half circle here, there's not a lot of filing that I have to do. And if I measure up 5mm, I'll get my centre line. Right, give it a final test. Okay, that's going in nicely. So it's just a case now of fitting the lock. You have to line up this sort of striker bit in there, and you're sort of trying to do it. That's it. And then there's a locking screw in here that locks that barrel. That's it. One thing I've found with this is this piece isn't at 90 degrees to that door. Exaggerated, it's at this angle. When I finally put that in tight, what you get is this key plate is kind of at an angle. However, I suppose it's not going to make a lot of difference when you put the cover on it. The main thing is that it works. So I'll bolt it all up now. Because this is on the outside, I made it a bead of silicone all the way around it to waterproof it. Now the next thing to fit is this striker plate, and you put it on this way so that as the door closes it goes into there on the lock, and then that stops the door from opening. This I found to be a bit tricky, and after several attempts the best way I can find to do it is to use like a double-sided sticky pad, put it on the door and then position it, then close the door and keep trying till it's exactly right. So at the moment I've got it in the exact position where I want it, so that the door closes and locks fully. I've just got to rivet it in really. Okay, so I'm ready to test now. The locking mechanism is fully fitted, the strike plate is fully fitted. I'm just got to see really if it works. If I lock up the deadlock now, that should hold really securely on there, which it's doing. Good, I think that's a success. Yeah, that works fine. So that's this side finished. I've just got to do the driver's side door now. I won't film that because obviously it's the same procedure, but that pretty much concludes my step 1 of security measures for the van. I want to thank you for joining me, and thank you for all the subscribers and comments and everything. Hope you've enjoyed the video, but until the next one, till part 2, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you later folks. Bye for now.